All right, we have a lot of good stuff to cover tonight. And as I was like putting some thoughts out there and things that I knew I wanted to share with you guys tonight, I was like, oh wait, these I was telling myself like these could have probably been two separate Zooms. But if we end up needing to go into more detail on either or, we can use that for another Wednesday because that's what this is here for. It is here for you to help you learn, to help you grow, to help you get tools in your tool belt to go take back and help you build your business and get those enrollments going in. So tonight, you guys, I think I've shared this before, but I'm going to share it again because I think it's important. And belief is really big. And plays a big role in where you're headed, in what you think you're capable of, and what you're able to share, and all the things. So, there are four types of belief that I think you have to have in this business. Okay, and so I'm going to go through those. And I'm going to share them with you. They are going to make sense. I'm going to break them down for you. But I always go back to this. And even when somebody's struggling or I'm helping somebody like overcome a little mountain or whatever it is that we're working on, I always go back to these things. So these are awesome tools for you to have too in just helping others in this business and helping others get started. So here are the four beliefs that I believe that you have to have. Okay. Belief in the product. That's number one. Okay. Number two is belief that this business works. And then three is belief in it works as a company itself. Okay. And then the last one is belief in yourself. So those are the four things that I will go through with people, and that I feel like as I started and as I started plugging in and I started taking action, I started doing these things. As I saw my belief grow in all of these areas, my business followed. My business followed. It followed in enrollments. It followed in how I was sharing things. It followed in rank. It followed all these things. So these are four things that I think you have to have belief in. And so it's like, how the heck do you do that, right? Maybe you're brand new and you're just getting started, or you have somebody that's brand new and they're just getting started. Number one, belief in the product. How do you start believing in the product? You use it. You start using the product. Now, I'm somebody who I had not used the products before I joined. I was definitely that person that was like, you know what? I'm wanting to use 3 to 4 products anyways. And somebody asked me one simple question, a simple question that I will never forget. And I literally ask people still to this day. She was like, listen, you're wanting to use 3 to 4 products already. This would commission qualify you, which means you would be able to make extra income from home just by sharing these products and sharing your discount. Is that something you would want to do? And I was like, absolutely, I want to do that. And this was like 11 years ago. This was before social selling was even like a thing and was huge. And now you see it everywhere, you guys. It is massive. It's so big, and it's only going to continue to grow. So just know you're in the right spot. But how do you have belief in the products? You start using them. And if you just started, you want to find, I always tell my girls, I'm like, find 3 to 4 products that you are interested in using. Put those on your auto ship, and those are the 3 to 4 that we're going to start posting and sharing with. I'm going to find you before and after pictures so I can show you how well these products work. But you want to use the products, okay? The other way is following up with your customers to see how they're liking their products. You guys, when you hear feedback, and when I get text messages from people that are like, I feel amazing. I'm 4 days out from my cleanse. I'm using the aloe. I'm using the greens. And they start telling me my energy's better. My sleep is better. I have zero bloat. I'm like, hot dang, right? Your belief in the products start growing as you get to hear and see how they are changing other people's lives. Obviously, getting to use them yourself is also huge. Encouraging before pictures. You guys, I tell people till I am blue in the face, you better freaking take that before picture. I'm not telling you how to use your products until you take that before picture. And then when they're like, Sarah, I took my before picture, I'm like, all right, let's get into this. Because I'm telling you, it is so much even more important than the scale. Okay, so before and afters are absolutely big. The other thing that I did that had me believing in these products and so excited about these products and multiple products, which you will find as you find your products that you use on a daily basis, it's usually what people start coming to you for, what people start ordering. So I found the more products that I was actually using and I found my little, routine, that is what my customers were ordering. So it's also going to help you in that. But trying out the new products. So every time I was like, when I started, I'm like, guess what? I'm selling these ones as samples, but I know I love this product, but I'm going to add one new product. I want to try one new product. Or when we released a product like the Root Revival Duo, guess what? That sucker went right on my auto ship the next time because I want to try the new products. I want to know what I'm offering, but I want to be able to tell them how it feels, how it smells, what I notice when I'm doing it, because that within itself, you guys, allows you to be the person that you need to be to sign up customers. You don't need to be a salesperson, but dang, get your hands on the product. That is how your belief in these products will grow, and your confidence in sharing them will be felt while you're doing that. Okay. So, number one, belief in the product. Number two, belief that this business works. Can I just tell you, if you are not hopping on the Monday motivational call, you need to be on it. And it is actually, you can even go back and catch the recording because it's live on our Road to VIP pages. But you guys, success stories. There are so many that you get to hear. You get to hear them every single Monday, but you also get to watch the success stories being written within our own team, on our team page, on our chat, on our Instagram page, things that other is sharing. And if you are not sharing your team's wins, you need to be doing that, okay? Because that is only going to show how much success is actually happening within our business. The other thing that is going to have you believing that this business works is when you actually follow what we do, our core actions on a daily basis. Guess what? You're going to start getting results. You start believing in the process. You start understanding the business because you're going to start earning your bonuses, your $150 bonuses. You might even earn a few of them. And then all of a sudden you get to earn a builder bonus on top of it. We have new people that are a month in this business. Sometimes, I mean, you're a week in this business and they're already earning paychecks. They're already have made their money back that they invested, and they're already in the positives within a week with our Quick Start program. So let me just tell you, the other thing with this is that you start understanding what sets this business apart from traditional jobs is that it offers both. It offers for you to be with your family and you get to make finances at the same time. It offers the finances and the flexibility at the same time. It's not one or the other. It offers the ability to create financial stability and have freedom of time. This is what sets this apart. So getting that belief in this business and knowing that it works, how do you do that? You start taking action and you start paying attention and you get plugged in so that you can see everything that is happening within our company right now, because y'all, it's big. Big things are happening, and big things are happening even on our team. So just know that even if you're starting to write your success story, there are so many around you, and where you're started is also just as important. Okay. And you started because you do have a small ounce of belief that you thought, what if this does work? That's why you're here. What if this does work? Let me tell you something. It does. It does if you work it. Okay. Third thing that we said was belief in it works as a company. I'm really going to dive into this tonight because I'm going to give you some tools out because we are not leaving one freaking code unturned, okay, or unused. So that is one of our goals. So I'm going to go over that, but I'm going to tell you something that I've never been more freaking thankful that the Lord had my back when I was looking for an opportunity like this, and he led me straight to it works. I say this all the time. I'm like, I am not a lucky person per se. Like, I do not base my things off of luck, because 50-50 chance, you guys, I will always guess it wrong. Like, you tell me, Sarah, is it right or left? Like, I will always pick the wrong way. And obviously there's a lot of different companies out there, right? But for some reason, you guys, I am so grateful that I picked the right company on the first freaking time. A company that is built on faith. They have vision, they have integrity, they believe in giving back to others, they have clean products with ingredients, which is so freaking important, and even more important than it's ever been before. But I'm going to also go into that, okay? We're going to actually dive pretty deep into that one. And then fourth is just the belief in yourself. And this is what I want to tell you with that. It will grow. Belief is like a muscle. You guys, you got to start taking action, and it is going to build that muscle. It is going to work that belief muscle. It is going to move it. And if you're using it and moving it, it is going to grow. Just remember that inaction breeds doubt. So if you're like, I'm not starting until I know everything, guess what's going to happen? Your doubt is only going to grow. But if you're like, you know what? I'm willing to earn while I learn, guess what? Your belief is going to grow very, very quickly. And your confidence is just going to follow, and people are going to be able to feel that. So here's what I want to tell you. Until you have that belief in yourself, I want you to borrow it from one of us. Borrow it from your mentor, borrow it from me, whatever it is. We are not here sharing this on a daily basis because we don't believe that you can do it. We 100% know you can. And we hope that we can build that belief within you. But I'm also going to encourage you to take action because that's truly what it is. Okay. And if you have people on your team, you guys, you have to believe in them. Every single time I bring on a new team member, I'm like, that chick's going ambassador. And I say it. Now, they might choose otherwise or do their own thing, but I literally believe, I'm like, they're going ambassador. I'm going to help them. I'm going to teach them how to go Ruby. They're going to learn how to teach exactly what they just did. And when they do it enough times, they're going to be ambassador diamond. That is what's happening. Okay. So here's the thing. We have codes. We have codes for people to be able to join for $49.50. You guys, that is a freaking steal. When you can come into this business and you can make $800 in weekly paydays alone every single month, and actually even more than that if you wanted to. Okay. So the cool thing about that is that it also decreases a little bit of that fear that people have and replaces it with excitement, especially if you are letting them know what this business and this opportunity is allowing. So we have 9 days, and I am setting a team freaking goal for us that we are going to have every code used. So if you are brand new and you're like, I don't know what these codes are, guess what? You need to ask the person who enrolled you. And if they don't have codes, somebody else has codes. We are going to use every single code, and we are going to help people join for $49.50. And we are going to show them how to make $800 in weekly bonuses in their first month and how to go Ruby, because it is your time to grow and it is your time to invite, plain and simple. Okay. So here's what I want you to blow the chat up with, because I am going to pay attention to it for a second, and don't be shy. First, I want to hear from you. Tell me anything that you feel like you're struggling with when it comes to enrolling distributors, because I want to be able to address them and we can walk through those tonight. But I also want to tell you that getting a little bit of like resistance from people is normal. I call them objective or like objections. I was going to say objectives. It's not that. It's objections. I call them that because the thing is that's not them saying no or giving you an excuse. That is something that they are fearful that is going to hold them back. And what we need to do is we need to be accepting to those, but we also need to reassure them that those are normal. We probably had many of the same ones, and it really doesn't stop you unless you let it. Like, honestly, there was a lot of things that I thought of. I like totally was that girl. I was like, what about this? What about that? What about this? And then eventually you're like, and the thing is as you walk through those and you actually address them head on, what you're doing is you're building trust with your potential distributor. You are already having this conversation and working through these things, which means when they get started, you probably will have to do it a whole lot less, right? Because at some point, these things are going to come up. The other thing that you've just showed them is that you are willing to give this person time. So not only are you inviting them to do this, you are showing them that you are invested. You are invested in them. You are willing to give them time. So what they're thinking is like, if they're willing to give me time and I haven't even signed up yet, guess what? They probably, if I do get started, they are going to be here to help me. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something. Objections are something that I accept. I feel like is very, very normal. So instead of getting all sweaty and being like, oh my gosh, they're already going to say no, I don't think that. I'm like, hey, let's work through this. Like, yeah, time. Everybody thinks about that, right? And I let people know, like, tell me what your schedule is. Tell me this, tell me that. Do your kids have practices? Like, I ask the questions because I look back at mine and I'm like, guess what? I worked night shift. I was like the odd man out. People, while I was sleeping, people were up for the day. While I was awake, people were sound asleep. And guess what? That did not stop me whatsoever. It did not stop me. Okay. So again, this kind of comes back to having that belief. You know, what do you believe? Like, what are you telling yourself when it comes to distributors? Are you saying you're not good at signing distributors? Because if you're saying that, then that's going to be what comes. Then that's what you believe, and that's what's going to come to you. Okay. But every single day, you guys, I was telling somebody this the other day. I'm like, I say a little prayer every single morning before I say what I'm grateful for and what I'm going to do for the day and kind of planting my intentions for my day. And I say to myself all the time, I'm like, Lord, let me cross the paths of people that I can serve with these products, whether it's prioritizing their health, they're a busy mama, they're trying to figure things out. Maybe they're a college student and they're like, I don't even know, but I need to take care of myself. I also need to make some extra money, but I have a whacked class schedule, right? Like I pray the Lord helps me cross the path of people looking for what I have to offer. And I've set that intention and I think to myself, like, I am going to help this many people. And I set that intention in the beginning of my month. And I keep saying it. Even if we're halfway through the month and I've only signed one person, or maybe I hadn't signed any, I don't care. I don't change my goal. I'm like, you know what? I've been having these conversations. I've been taking my core actions. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Okay. So you have to have belief that you are able to enroll distributors. And there are a lot of people out there looking to add extra income into their life. And this is such an incredible way to do so for so many reasons that I'm about to list for you right now. So you better get your pen and your paper out so that you have this. So when you're talking about this business, you know what you have to offer. Okay. So here are some of the things. I'm going to go back through that chat in just a second. Here's what I want you to tell you. There are so many things. I listed 13 off. 13, like right off the bat. There's so many more that I could list off, but I want to tell you one thing is I like to keep it simple, you guys. And I bring myself back to the starting Sarah that was like, remember, they're a little bit skeptical. They're a little bit scared. Awesome. Okay. So I could write so many more things of what this business can offer, but these are the things that I share with my new people and my potentials that are coming on, because this is stuff that I think is relatable for people who don't have an opportunity like this in their hand yet. Okay. Number one, flexibility. You can do it when you can, 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, from home, from the fields. Like you literally can do it anywhere. And what is incredible is that if somebody already has a job, they are wanting flexibility for something else to be able to do something like this and bring in extra income and 5 extra paydays a month, you guys, by being able to do it on your time is gold. It's absolute gold to people. I remember when I was thinking to myself, and I'm like, I do want multiple streams of income, but you know what? Where and when? And what's going to pay me more than when I'm here at the hospital? You know, you think to yourself, why would I just pick up extra shifts here? Well, because I don't necessarily want to live here, right? Like I don't want to have to work more time away from home. So I kept thinking, what can I do? What can I, guess what? They can do this from anywhere at any time. If you're a night owl, cool. You work your business from 1 to 3 a.m. Awesome. If you're an early bird, cool. You can work your business from 5 to 7 if you wanted to. That's incredible, you guys. That's incredible. So flexibility. Number two, multiple paydays. You can add in a multiple paydays, up to 5 extra paydays a month. That is a freaking game changer. This allows people to create more money than they have money. That is our goal always with this, right? Because so many times, and especially with inflation, people are finding like, holy crap, I haven't really adjusted or I haven't scaled back, but inflation has definitely scaled up. And they're like, I have more month than I have money. Do you know that even an extra $200 to $300 will allow people to have more money than they have month? And month after month of that is going to have them getting a savings account. It's going to allow them to do some of those things that they haven't been able to do. It's going to decrease some stressors. So know that they can add an extra 5 paydays a month. That's insane. Bonuses. Number 3 is bonuses. Guess what? That was something that was not offered at my job. Can you just put a 1 in the chat if you are not offered bonuses at your job? You can love your job. I loved my job. Absolutely loved it. I did not start this business to replace my nursing income. Okay. I had zero clue that I could even do that. But I'm going to tell you, there was no one that was ever like, hey, Sarah, if you do this for the next 3 months, or this is your plan, if you follow this, you will make an extra $10,000. No one had ever said that to me in the 10 plus years of nursing, ever, like ever. So I remember we would get one and we were like so excited about that. And now even in It Works, you can make that like every month in those bonuses. So bonuses, okay? Knowing that your new people can come in and they can make $800 in bonuses in their first month just by following, where's my little sheet? This. Just by following this. They fill this in, they make $800 just in weekly bonuses and will be billed to Ruby. This does not include their commission check, okay? So know that we have one of the best quick start programs that is literally out there right now. So every single person you're talking to, you should be like, are you interested in making an extra $800 this month? Guess what, y'all? Holidays are coming. People are going to be interested in making extra income. Okay, so bonuses. Number 4, a supportive community. One that is willing to help them grow. They can learn alongside and is going to teach them and guide them. You guys, there are a lot of things that you can do out there. And I remember when I probably was this like 4 or 5 years into doing this, I heard a lot of people be like, I think I'm going to blog instead and I'm going to do this. And I'm like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, guess what? You're signing up to work really hard without having anything that shows you that you're going to get paid at all for a really long time. And you are blazing that trail by yourself. You are not blazing this trail by yourself. You have so many people that are like, this is what I'm doing. This is what's working. This is what I'm saying. You don't have that elsewhere, right? Here, people are working together and they want to see you win. They are cheering you on. They may even be more supportive than some of your closest people in your life, which you're going to be like, well, that's a little interesting. However, it is going to make you very grateful. So they have a supportive community that is here to help them. 5, you can earn incentive trips. Those aren't going anywhere. We are going to have that, what sounds like, yearly. Okay. So even if you missed your chance one time, guess what? There will be other things that are coming along. I've said this before. There were times that I had missed bonuses that I set out to go get, but because I kept going, I got them the next time around and the next time around, right? And same thing with those trips. So incentive trips. 6, unlimited growth. Y'all, that is not welcomed everywhere. Okay. No one tells you that in school. No one tells you that in school until you are like, hey, what's my next step? I'm ready to keep going. And they're like, that was it. Or you have to go back to school and you're like, are you kidding me? So knowing that you have the chance to be able to give yourself pay raises when you want to work for it and have unlimited growth is phenomenal. Okay. If that doesn't excite you, check your pulse. Okay. 7, training from the top in our company always. Not only from our team, but on the road to VIP, you are hearing from the top. You are hearing from the top enrollers, the top Perks member enrollers, the top distributor enrollers, the top income earners. Like you are constantly hearing from the top. Number 8, products that people want and that there is a demand for. And now, you guys, even more so, there's a need for what we have. There is a need for what we have. If you are not taking care of yourself, you are going to have to invest in treating yourself. That's plain and simple. So knowing that you have products that people want, you guys, I've been here for 11 and a half years and I sign up new people to get started on our products every single month. Every single month that I've been here for 11 and a half years, there are new people getting started on our products. That shows you that there is a demand for the products that we have, okay? Number 9, you guys, we have one of the only customer programs where our customers can get our distributor discount. They get our full on discount. So we have a top-notch freaking customer program, not to mention that also comes with free gifts. That is freaking awesome, okay? And it comes in a cute little package. It get their frother, everything. I tell you, I actually forget to tell people they're getting a frother. And obviously the products that I like to share a lot, you guys know I'm a drink snob, always. I always have like 3 or 4 drinks in my hands at all time. Anyways, the frother, they're like, I don't know what's getting the frother. I'm like, I forget to even tell people because I just know like that's what they're getting. But that's not normal, you guys. Like people don't just get free gifts. They're usually you have to add stuff like that on. So knowing that we have a top freaking notch customer program so that you are able to be able to sign up those customers and offer them the best. That is number 9. Number 10, we are a debt-free company. You do not find that very easily around in 2023. That is something to be loud about. That is something to be proud of. It is the reason why It Works has the quick start program like they do. And it is the reason why It Works has the bonuses that they offer, because we are a debt-free company. We started in 2001. We went debt-free through 2009, and we have stayed debt-free. You are with a smart freaking company. Okay. Number 11, we are a Christian-based company. We are family owned. If you did not know, Mark, who is now our founder, but he was our CEO when I first started, y'all, he was a math teacher. He was a math teacher and a basketball coach. And he started It Works after being a part of network marketing and being like, oh, there was things he didn't like from the company he was with. And then there were things that he really loved. And he decided to step out and create his own company and put in all the things that he liked. And that is where It Works literally grew up and stemmed from. And now we have a new CEO, and Mark has stepped to our founder. So now we're in the hands of two incredible people. And just so you know, like, John has an incredible background. Not only is faith a huge thing for him too, and he went and spoke at churches and all that kind of stuff. But you guys, he was a senior vice president. He was like an equity trader, where he was like stewarding like billions, like $40 billion a year globally. Like, that's a lot. So not only do we have faith on our side, right? But we also have people who steward money well. That is important. Okay. That is so important. And that has a lot to do with the successes of It Works. Okay. We have smart people that are guiding us in the right ways. Okay. Number 12, we give back millions every single year. Every single year. You have an option that you can go in and you can decide what you want to give back: $1, $3, $5 from whatever your check is every single month. But that money right now is, oh, there's a fly here. Is even being used over in Hawaii and helping serve them, right? It helps feed hungry kids. It helps with sex trafficking. It goes to cancer research. It goes to our veterans. Like, we serve so many freaking people. So not only are we making the difference of the people with our customers and the people in this business, but we are also creating a big difference outside in our world and globally. So, and then 13, you guys, one of the biggest of all too, is while you build that right now money, you also are building residual income. You guys, that is gold. That is gold. And if you're like, what the heck does that mean? That means like retirement money. Like money that as you start building your business and it gets bigger and bigger, that you're like making in your sleep. And that it's just coming in because you taught people and you've showed people how to fish, right? You're not just feeding them, you taught them how to fish, and it just continues to grow and grow and grow. Okay. So I just want to share with you, if you have ever had an ounce of like, how do I talk about this? Or what do I say? Or what do we have to offer? We have so much. And that was 13 that I just kept like so basic. I didn't go into my 11 some years of my journey or anything like that. Like, I kept it as basic as possible, like surface level. But those are things that you get to offer. And I hope that that excites you, because I can guarantee you people are not getting offered that at other jobs. There's a lot of things that are not being offered. But what's cool is when they say yes to this and they add this alongside what they're doing, it fulfills all the areas. So now they have this package deal that they're like, I love this. I absolutely love this. So I want to share with you that this is one of the best freaking ways, if you are looking to add multiple streams of income, to be able to fluff up those accounts without trading it in for hours and to get paid right off the bat. They're not waiting. And here's the thing. The only reason why somebody's waiting to get paid is if they're not working, right? They're not working and doing our 4 core steps and consistently doing them. The things that also I will always say that like set this apart for me, even outside of my job, was it's fun. It was different than what I was doing. So I wasn't getting burnt out at work, which made me actually love my job even more, but also love It Works even more. So that was getting both, right? But it fills the gaps and offers many things that traditional jobs do not, which is why people want to do both. It is why they like to continue to do both, okay? And I think that that's awesome. They don't have to trade in one for the other if they're not looking to do that. Like, just do them both. So it allows you to just add more things in that you love. but you also eventually will create those choices for yourself where you can get rid of the things that don't serve you and the things that stress you out. Okay. So, with that being said, and giving you guys those points, I also want to tell you that tomorrow night we have an opportunity Zoom that our corporate team is hosting. So, you don't even have to do any of the talking, but what you do have to do is you have to do the inviting. You have to do the inviting and you have to send up follow ups to let them know. And instead of just like sending it to them, ask them, would you like to hear more? I know you've been thinking of this. We have this event tomorrow night. There's absolutely no pressure. It's just to allow you to hear more of what we've already talked about. Okay. So let me just see. I want to share with you in our boards. I'm going to give you one thing before I hop into Reels. In our boards, if you go down and you go to the Enroll-a-thon messages and invites, I already have stories that are made that you can share. Okay. So you can share those in your stories today, tomorrow, whatever. There's also invite messages to invite them to that event for tomorrow night. And then the way that you can do it, once they say yes to you, you just let them know. And what I do, you guys, is I send them a half hour before the time. I send them the Zoom information that will be posted on the Road to VIP tomorrow. Okay. So that's what I do. I want to hop in here real quick and just see these. Go into my lab. Okay. Being organized and moving people. I'm packing too. Yes, you guys, that's a real thing. Do not let your people slip through the cracks. Like, do not bank on your mind. Okay. So you will see in my phone, I have a list of people. So I am in my car a lot. But I also bring papers like this with me that I'm working off of, or maps like this, and I write on the back of them. And I do like potential DTs. And then I'll even put their names, but I'll say even like what platform they're on. Is it on my Instagram? Is it on my Facebook? Where is it? So I know. And if it's on Instagram, like I will write their little user handle down so I can find them quickly. And when I'm searching messages, I can also find them. And so what's cool is if you start making those lists, when we have events like this, or when codes come out like this, or we have promo codes, you guys, your list of follow-ups is long. Like it's juicy. Right? And you're going to have, and you all know, you can't just message 10 people and 10 people are going to say yes right off the bat. We already know that. So the more people that you're following up with, the longer that they've had some time to think about these things, you're going to get some people that are like, oh, I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. Right? Or you may have the people that were like, hey, it was a little bit too much money for me to start. Guess what? You can offer them half off right now. We have codes. We are using the codes. Okay. Let me see. Sharing your story, that is so huge. So huge. Reaching out and asking, you guys, I keep it simple. So again, I sign up a lot of people from knowing that they're already ordering 3 to 4 products, and I just do my simple ask like I share all the time, just letting them know that that would be commission qualified. Are they interested in making extra income or $800 in weekly bonuses? I literally use that 800 number over and over and over, because if they say yes, I'm going to get them started and I'm going to show them the map of how to do it right here. Literally, I have them print this off. You guys know I'm big into printing. Okay. And so that is how I ask. And you guys, don't be so attached to your ask. It's okay if somebody says no. I literally know I can't control what that person says, but I can control how many invites I send out. And that's what I'm focused on. I am focused on what I can control. I cannot control somebody's response, but I can control how many people I invite into this business and how many people I'm inviting to that can benefit from the 13 things that I just listed off for you. Literally, that's what I'm thinking in my head. And also, one of the things that changed everything for me was, instead of thinking, oh, I want this person to sign up so I can fill out a phone a friend, or I want this person to sign up because I only have one more spot for my Emerald map. And it's kind of like, how do they serve you? Right? It changed everything when I was like, how can I serve them? How can I help this person? Like, who can I help? Right? How can I help them? And I'm telling you, it changes so much for you. If you tell yourself, yes, and what Lisa's saying, if you tell yourself that you can't enroll a distributor, you absolutely never will. You absolutely never will. And I'm going to tell you something too. I enrolled DTs before I even knew what the heck I was doing. So guess what? I didn't have this extravagant success story. I still don't even share what I've earned in bonuses. I don't tell new people that. Like, I don't even, some people are like, I didn't even know you were an ambassador diamond. And I'm like, doesn't even matter. You know, like, who cares? Who cares, you guys? Like, no, it's fine. But you know what I did tell people? I told them why I started and what I was going for. That's what I told them. I was like, I don't want to have to work extra shifts anymore away from my family. I want to be able to make this from wherever I want. And eventually I want to make more than what I made for extra shifts. And I wanted to use the products. Like, I just kept it so freaking simple. Okay. So we are going to go into Reels. And guess what? I even figured out and tested this before I hopped on, because I get so frustrated when I go to screen share with y'all and it's not working. Okay. It's not going to happen tonight. And I swear to goodness, if it does. Okay. Here's the thing. We're going to talk Reels. Reels are not scary. They are actually really fun and they're pretty freaking simple. If you start changing your mindset a little bit of how you do things. Like, I had to change my mindset of being like, instead of just taking pictures, I kind of just let my video roll. Like, I just let it roll, knowing you can clip things out, you can take what you want, whatever. Here's the thing. I use it in my stories, but I also can use it in Reels, and I can also get pictures off of it. So you are like, it's just like the biggest bang for your buck. Okay. But here's the thing. Reels is going to help you grow your network. You are going to get thousands of more eyes over to your page and over to the things that you are sharing in your stories, on your posts, whatever it is, when you are doing Reels, because the algorithm loves them. It loves them. Okay. But also, what I want you to know is you get to share a little bit more of you. And guess what? That builds relationships and trust with people that you don't know so much quicker, which again is only going to bring people into your inbox and bring people into your business so much faster. Okay. So I want to, and we're going to break them down. I'm going to show you how to. Okay. I'm actually going to put this right here, but this is an app. Quita showed me this. Oh my gosh, is it not going to let me do this? Oh yeah, it is. I'm going to copy and paste something for you. Oh, Vanessa, before I do that, will you actually share those simple posts that they can post on Facebook? Or you guys, you can even use this wording. You could literally copy it from the chat and you can put this on a colored background and use it as an Instagram story. Okay. So Vanessa's going to share 3. I think she had like 2 or 3 in the chat that you can save for yourself. Okay. And then I'm going to share with you the link that you can use to share if you make a reel or a TikTok or a Facebook reel that allows you to save that video and share it on all 3 platforms. Even if you really don't work TikTok very much, it's a funnel. Move people to where you're at. If you're on Facebook, bring them over to Facebook. If you're on Instagram more, bring them over to Instagram. But guess what? There's like no algorithm on TikTok, so you might as well be posting on it. Okay. So she is sharing those. As soon as she's done with that, I am going to share this and screen share really quick with y'all. She has one more and then I'll post the thing. Okay. All right. I'm going to screen share for a minute on my phone. Here we go. I'm actually really proud of myself for remembering to it is connected. You guys, I swear to you. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Okay, hold on. Let me do this really quick. It's gonna work. I'm putting it out there. It's gonna work. Okay, I want to show you this. I literally tested this and I even had to download something extra for this to work. Oh, there it is. Okay. You cannot ever mess with a determined mind, okay? All right. So here's what I want to show you on Reels, okay? First of all, The more you watch reels, you are probably what I'm like, why isn't it showing my stuff? It's a little behind, but you are already watching and you're going to see reels on your pages, right? So here's something that I always do. I will, if a reel catches my mind or I just want to see it in general. Hold on. Whoa. Got it. Okay. Here's what I want to show you. I click on these, and if it has a little arrow, that means that is a trending sound. Plain and simple. You can either get an idea from this reel, or you can just even save it because you want to save it for the trending sound. So if you want to save it, you click the 3 dots and you can click save. So I click the 3 dots, you can click save, and I make collections that you can see on here. Where's my collection? Real ideas. Okay. I also do trending sounds, wherever that is. Anyways, you're going to see I obviously have many. Where's my trending sounds? Did you guys see it when I was scrolling? Down here. Anyways, I have one that I'm like looking past it, I think. I have one that will say like trending sounds. I have ones that I save for just ideas of like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I want to do that, but use my own video. Okay. So when you're going through there, you guys save things. I save so much stuff. And I think to myself, like, how am I going to do that? And the other thing is if you're scrolling, and now that you have this open mind to doing this, if you're scrolling, you're going to start thinking to yourself, how can I put my products in, or how can I put my business into this stuff? So you're going to see that I save stuff, you guys. Look at all these. Oh wait, it's a little bit slower. Sorry. Is it my computer, or is it just, it is just slow. So you guys, you can see all of these that I am constantly doing. Okay. So I can go in there at any time. And then when I'm done doing it, I unsave it so that I don't get like confused with all my stuff. Okay. But this is what I want to tell you is that on my stories, I'm going to show you on here. If I go to my stories, sorry, this is just like slow to the screen sharing. Goodness gracious. Okay. I always do hands-free. No matter what I'm doing, I don't care if I'm walking into a building, I don't care if I'm doing my kid stuff or whatever it is. I always choose the hands-free option. And I just let it roll. So that way I always just have videos, okay? So you guys can see on here, it says the hands-free. This thing is really slow. I don't know if my computer is just working really hard or what. And then when you go to do reels, I'm letting my computer catch up if you're like, she's all over. I promise you I'm not. But I'll go to reels to do my stuff. And I can go to save. So if like, say I go to one that I've saved. Let me go like this. I'm going to grab one that I've saved so I can just show you how I use the sound. It's asking me if I want to edit my last draft. Not yet, not yet. Okay, so I click on hers so I can see the sound at the bottom. I click on the sound. Wow, this is annoying. How slow this is. So I clicked on the sound and then I'm going to hit use audio. And then literally, you guys, is this a joke? How slow this is. I can go and say, I can do anything. You guys can see how many like videos I have. So like I could do, say I do this. This is literally a boomerang. It's still a video. If you also have live photos on your phone, you can turn any photo into a video clip. So I can take this video and I can make it to whatever I want. Wow, this is slow. Okay, so I chose that. I can go to edit video. I can go back down and I can add another video that's in my video thing. So this is literally just from my morning. So like this is stories that I just took. So I can go back because I saved my stories. I can literally go back, you guys, and I could make like, come spend a morning with me, right? Or come follow me for a morning or whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. And so I can click on this and I can take exactly what I want from this one as well. And you can just compile some of your videos that you've taken throughout your day. You can overlay your text over them or whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. But this is how easy that this is. And these, you have to remember, you guys, your reels do not need to be perfect. Okay. They also don't all need to just go for about it work stuff. It can be about life. It can be maybe cooking. It can be workouts. It can be health tips, things that are working for you. You can be like, I'm a working mom building a business. Like you can do so many different little things on there. And one of the cool things is that once you're done with that, you can, once you've posted it, you can go back and in that link that I showed you, you can copy and it's going to take the sound and your video from your reel and you can use it on everything, on Facebook, on TikTok, on everything. Okay. So I do hands-free all the time. If I showed you how to do trending sounds, if you were going to just go look, I want to show you one more thing on the trending sounds and like where I find them. First of all, I think what we can do too, I'm going to just say cancel. Oh, maybe I can't do that. Let's just start over. Okay, get me out of here. So the other thing that you can do is if you click on your little magnifying glass, like where you go search something or you're on your page, and it brings you, it will bring you to posts that it thinks you want to see. That's what it's going to bring you to, okay? So it can bring you to these. You guys, I can click on any of these and I'll just double check if the sound is trending or if it's not. And if it's not, I might go by. If it's one I like anyways, I might just save it. But this is like where I'll come and I'll just grab different songs from. Oh, this one's trending. You're going to see as soon as it populates. Let's see what song this is. Maybe it's not going to play. Anyways, so you can see that it has a little thing next to it and it's trending. It's funny, you guys, as you hear things and you're like, oh, I know exactly what I want to put to that. Or, oh, this one kind of hits home. Or like I said, maybe it's not just a sound. Maybe the idea of the trend is something that you can recreate for your It Works stuff that you can use for your business as well. Okay. But again, and then the other thing I was going to tell you is that humor just goes such a long ways, you guys. So one thing that I learned more than anything and that allows people to get to know you is just making sure that you're doing some that are completely like outside of the business, right? And it could be, I mean, I take videos of my coffee because I'm doing different stories. The other one, so you can literally edit any video in your reels. Like you wouldn't even need another app, but I will tell you an app that I absolutely love and I use on a daily basis. So if you're like, how the heck did she just do that with her aloe, right? Like I'm going to show you a video that I actually did. I use Video Shop and I just take little clips of my story that I did hands-free that I set up. I propped up my phone on something little. I don't have any gadget or anything like that. And I just took little snippets of it. But what's cool is I used it in my stories that one day I could reuse it over and over and over again, but I can also use it in a reel coming up, right? So I am just working smarter, not harder. I am using them in multiple areas throughout multiple different days. Okay. So do you guys, I want to see on here, I tried to do the color overlay and it never worked for me. Ooh, let me show, I think I know what you mean. I'm going to show you on my screen share. I'm going to share one more time. Let's see if it's going to do it.
Because Sarah, I watched your video over and over again and it was like not working. And I'm like, I'm doing everything you told me to do and it's not working.
It's not working. Here, I'm going to show you. So what she means, like if you got a picture I'm taking a picture. I painted Sloan's nails. Hold on. This thing's slow. It's working. It's just slow. So
I'm gonna do it step by step like you do.
okay, so do this on your phone. So you take a picture. I'm gonna go up to where the 3 dots are and I'm gonna hit draw. And again, can I just tell you guys, I didn't learn all this because I figured all this out. Like there's so many times that us leaders are in a chat and we're like, how the heck did somebody do this or that? And one of us figures it out and then we all know how to do it. So again, if you learn something, don't be stingy. Like you share it with the group, okay? Because we're all trying to learn this together. Okay, then you're gonna hit the middle marker. So you're gonna hit this guy right here, you guys. He's the one that has like the biggest tip on there, okay? So you hit that one. And then I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna choose my color. I always usually like black. So overlay mine. And then all I'm gonna do is I press down. I know I can't show you this, but I literally, it's almost like if you were gonna paint something, right? Like on computers where you just like click down. I literally just press down on my screen and it will just like hold it down for like 2 seconds and it will do it. Yeah, mind blown, right? So you guys,
Seriously, mind
there it
blown.
is,
I've
right?
been trying.
No, this is my life. Ask Quita, ask these girls. They're like, oh, Sarah, this is what you need to do, or this or that. So you guys know that it doesn't matter where you're at, what rank, whatever it is. You don't know all the answers. You're not expected to, but I promise you, someone in our smart group freaking knows. And if not, we either figure it out via Google or we figure it out. We find like an editorial or like a thing on it or whatever. Okay, so always be asking in the chats because we are all learning this together. But I am going to encourage you to make some reels, okay? Because I am telling you, they are worth your time. You do not need to overthink them in the beginning. Just start copying people. The one thing that we are going to also try to start doing together, first of all, if you make a reel and you know it's a trending sound, can you just like send me the link? Because what I can do is we can share each other's examples and we can use our own stuff. Or we're going to also start sharing them on the Diamond Hive Instagram and we will say, hey, these are trending sounds right now because we can help each other out and we can inspire each other, right? I've always said this, you guys, I am not the funniest one in the group. I am not necessarily the most creative one in the group or any of the above, but I have learned to copy the right cats. And you know what? That taught me so much. Now, I've gotten bolder and braver as I've been in this business for a long time. And you start teaching your brain to look for things, right? And so I've done this for years. Even in my stories, if you're like, what made you think of that? Quita's always saying that. She's like, how the heck did you even think to do that in your stories? Like, I love that idea. And I'm like, you know what? I saw like a blogger do it or somebody not even in a business like we're in. And I'm like, I want to do that. I really like that. Or I like start asking myself, why do you come back to this person's page? Is it because they're aesthetic? Is it because of something they're offering and maybe you could offer that on your page for other women? Like, what is it that's bringing, like, I'm always asking myself, what is it that's bringing you back to that page? Is that something that you can offer? Is it you? You know, I ask all those questions and then I just start doing it, you guys. That's literally what I do. So I just want you to know, it's like one of those things, I say this, when you have an open mind, you guys, it's so funny because you start seeing the things everywhere. And this is how I felt about reels. I was like, I don't know how to find trending sounds. I don't know how to do this. You resist it for a while. And then all of a sudden I was like, I want to try to do this. And then I was like, wait, I actually really like this. And I use this as an editing tool for my stories. And then I'm like, well, why would I not just use that as a reel? Let me figure out what I want to say and what I want to put over it. The only thing I struggle with is if you can keep them short, like you want to keep them short. The other thing we used to do is like we would want to make sure we gave people enough time to read everything. If it's a little too fast and it's a little too wordy on there, that's okay. Because guess what happens? They have to come back and replay it and it keeps them on your page longer. And that actually bumps you up in the algorithm, just so you know. Okay. So again, nothing needs to be perfect. You just have to start doing it. Okay, you just like there's people that I've watched grown their pages by hundreds of thousands. And again, this is not a popularity thing. This is for us. This is getting more eyes on our stuff. I literally do not ever pay attention to how many followers I have. You guys, like, I have way less followers than a lot of people and I make a lot more money than them, right? It doesn't matter. But what I do have a goal of is getting as many eyes on my stuff as I absolutely can. Okay. But what I was saying is, as you start opening your mind to things, it's funny because you start seeing it all around you, right? Like, you think, like, every time I've been like, I'm going to buy this car, this is the car that I want. It's like you turn around and you see them at every stoplight and you're like, I never saw those cars until I wanted to buy one, right? It's just an open mind opens doors for growth, plain and simple. Okay. So that's what I have for you tonight. I said this when I was doing this, I'm like, we could literally do an entire Zoom on Reels, and maybe we will, but let's start small. We're going to start sharing some trending sounds. You know how to edit, you know, to put your hands free on and start taking a little bit more video than instead of a picture, right? And you can start compiling those things and start putting your message over top of it and getting more people coming in traffic to your pages. Okay. So let's grow, let's serve, let's do things this week that we have yet to do in our business. And if I can tell you one thing, learn to celebrate every freaking win. Okay. There is like no win that is too small that shouldn't be celebrated. Because here's the thing, small steps is what turns into the big ones. And so you need to learn to romanticize the heck out of everything, literally out of everything. Okay. Because without the small wins, you don't get to climb to the top, plain and simple. Okay. So I love you guys. I hope that was helpful for you. I was listing those things out. I will also copy my list of 13 and I'll put it in our chat too, just so you have it. So if you want to save it, and you can use that even as a tool for new people when they're starting to work on their first distributors and things like that, that it's super easy to have there. So I'll go make sure to copy that, and then I'll get the recording up as well. So I hope you guys all have a good night. Good night.